Okay, so here is a list of SMDC projects highlighted in the color yellow. Okay, you have your Cheers residences, Cheer residences, Joy residences, Trees residences, lahat na ng residences. These are condos of SMDC. And over at the white font below it are the corresponding train station or main road that is right beside the SMDC condo. So here's an entire list of it. Why are we doing this? What's in it for you? Why is it important to know? It reminds me of a story when I was abroad and I was talking to a foreigner at that place, and he was telling me, you know, RJ, the properties here that are most in demand are the ones right beside the metro. First off, I don't know why he was talking like that. I was in the Middle East. But no matter what country I went to, it was the same thing. Properties with train stations right next door happen to have a lot more demand compared to other properties. And it makes sense because, well, if you're going to live there, you're going to want to be close or have easy access to where you want to go often, which is the office. And it reminds us when we sell condominiums to our clients, we always have to remind them that they are buying not really space, but more than that, convenience and today's topic, accessibility. Access to where you want to go every single day. Chances are, if you're an employee, Mondays to Fridays, you're going to go to your office. So if you're right beside your office, then that would be super amazing. And if not, then you're going to want to have a train station or a main road, basically an access, a means to get to your office fast and frequently. So there you have it. Instead of just talking about the Grand Monorail that's buzzing around the newsfeed, we're going to talk about trains in general. Okay. Before we get to that, Mall of Asia. You guys went to Mall of Asia. When was the last time you guys were there? Some people, siguro, you guys were able to see Mall of Asia looking like this. Some not. But here's a refresher. If you look at my mouse, this is Mall of Asia. Okay, and right in front of it is that famous globe and that rotunda right in front. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna change in a bit. So in that area is more than just a mall. Around it has come about several SMBC projects or condominiums, seashell, shore. It's very true that she sells seashells on the seashore, but on top of that, so much more developments have happened around the mall, like the SM Arena, where all the grand sporting events happen in concerts, the SMX Convention Center, where all the biggest events happen, right? Travel fairs, doctors convention, SM, by the way, by the Bay is the longest restaurant chain of buffet restaurants. That's where we take all our VIP clients. It's there, right beside Mall of Asia, Conrad Manila, Trip Hotel, these high stars hotels, partly owned by SM, are all right beside the mall. And of course, the world famous IKEA is also there. Our office is there, SMDC, Ecom. And of course, all the Ecoms are there from 1, 2, 3 Ecom 4, as much as your hand can hold and as many fingers you can hold up. Maybe it'll come to 10, who knows? Education, we got colleges there. National University is owned by SM. It's also right beside Mall of Asia. Okay, so it has become so much more than that, just a mall. Being there is such a benefit because everything is there, as everything is easily accessible. Now, the font here may be a little too small for you, but don't worry, I'm going to sum it up for you. On the left side of the chart, we basically just highlighted the capital appreciation. Say what? Capital appreciation. That's how much your money or the value has gone up since you bought the property. So in this particular example, we highlighted Shore 3 residences. It launched at 2016, and ever since then, it had appreciated by 200%. 200%. If you are here in this chat room and you invested in Shore 3 or you sold Shore 3, go ahead and say a shout out because damn, that has been a good investment for you, appreciating by 200% in a matter of a few years. So we're looking at around 20 to 25% over on the right side of the chart. You see here, Shore 3 in sale was highlighted, but basically in the Mall of Asia region, you're appreciating of around 20 to 25% per year. Meaning if you placed your money there, your money would be growing by that much every single year. Now, if you compare your money being left in the bank, that is only growing around 1% per year, less than 1%. So in this case, you did a good job if you placed it in Mall of Asia instead. But it's not too late because there are still condos in the area available up for grabs. So remember that globe? Look at my screen. This globe right here. Okay, that's gonna be transformed into a UFO spaceship. Yes, or it looks like one anyway. It's gonna be a central hub, okay, for the monorail. What is a monorail anyway? You had to Google that just to be technically correct. What is a monorail? It's basically a railway for a station, for trains, okay? But just mono being the keyword, just one, okay? But the good thing is that one rail, okay, it's one rail going to be connected with another rail and another rail. They're all going to meet in this one central hub right in front of Mall of Asia. And if we zoom out, it's going to look like this. So look at my mouse. Mall of Asia is over here at the very top. At the bottom, you see here that monorail. That one's along EDSA. Okay, so we got on the south, we got on the east, we got on the west, another railway there. And these other things connected to the central hub, those aren't trains, those are bridges, walkways, okay? So in case you have clients who say something like, ang init dito, alam mo, walang ganito sa States, okay? Not to worry, not anymore. When these walkways are done, it's gonna be covered, rain or shine. You're gonna be walking from your office to the central hub, to Mall of Asia, to the event center, everywhere, conveniently, comfortably.
And if I may just add, RJ, no, let me just butt in for a while. This monorail, for those of you who are living in Texas, you probably have seen the DFW airport, one of the biggest in the world, if I'm not mistaken, is also connected by a monorail. And let's say you go from Terminal A down to Terminal G, whatever. Dun sa pinakadulong terminal, sa pinakamalayong terminal, you'll be able to just go there in just like 2 minutes, 3 minute stops, be able to go to the next gate. What we're envisioning here primarily is not just connectivity, but for you to be able to travel seamlessly. So the word that we're looking for is seamless transportation, seamless mobility without having to rely on just your car. So there will be a point where later on, RJ, what you see and the monorail will go straight directly to another station. So right after your talk, I'm just gonna give you a heads up with the Pasay development updates with the reclamation that's happening right now. So this is just one tiny aspect of that thing. So what we're seeing right now happening before our eyes, I hope that you understand that this has been done in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. Okay? So 2020 or 2019, nag-sign yan, and then 2022, boom, then they're doing it already. Same thing with the reclamation. A lot of it has been done prior to what is being released in the press. So I believe this is just going to be a matter of time. Later on, I'll give you updates. Please don't tune out because there's a video that I'm going to show you that's going to blow your mind, okay? Because we have seen the reclamation project video, but I'm just going to connect this later on with the presentation of RJ. So RJ, meaning to say that all these walkways that we're talking about are going to be connected to our buildings, are going to be connected to our condos. Is that correct?
Yes, pretty much so. Because that is the ideal plan for have bridges, like walkways that connect people from where they want to frequent. So the mall, the office, those are the two highlights. And we also have bridgeways going to the convention centers and the arena. So imagine everything's connected. Where people, high traffic of people going in and out. That's what we want to support.
Right.
So infrastructure is there.
Correct. And one more thing, this is going to be called SM Monorail because it's going to be SM Prime's money. I hope you understand, guys, that we are not asking the government to finance this. The SM Prime, which is our parent company, is the one who's gonna finance this. And then after 35 years, we will turn this over to the government. That's how big our funding is. We can create our own infrastructure. So imagine the other monorail projects, I'm not gonna mention, is not financed by private companies. It's financed by the city government. But for this particular project, it is going to be SM who is footing the bill. And that speaks volume about the stability, the vision. If you only knew what's going to happen in the next 20 years, you are not gonna move elsewhere, and you're just gonna plant your feet solidly in SMDC because not all plans can be revealed to the public for a lot of reasons. So hang in there, guys, because what you're seeing is just the tip of the iceberg, RJ. It's not, we're not yet even there. We're not yet even there. So, but I'm just excited because next year I'm going to be turning 50. I want to see this alive, you know, with all this reclamation, interconnectivity, and all that stuff seamlessly. And by the way, I have news for you that there are talks that we're gonna make the walkways even air conditioned so that it's a lot more convenient for a lot of people. So we'll see. We'll see. That's not a promise, but that's the beauty about SM. We don't overpromise. We over-deliver, but we under-promise. That's the thing about our company. Sorry, RJ. I'm just excited because a lot of people are saying, ano bang mangyayari talaga dyan? Yan ba drawing lang? Is that something that's gonna happen? Oh, it is happening. And we have already have contractors for this one.
Yeah, this is just a tip of the iceberg, so to speak, of what's going on around Mall of Asia area. And so yeah, we're just updating you with the addition of the many things that's gonna happen here. Okay, so in this hub, right? It's gonna be connected to Taft. Remember those days, guys? Last time, imagine yourself, you were here. I remember when I was many years ago, I was commuting, and here the Taft Avenue LRT, yeah, connects to Taft corner EDSA. So here's the EDSA. It's gonna be connected there also via the EDSA Taft station. Okay, so that's the main station that connects LRT and MRT. Okay, it's gonna have access there. Look how nice it is too. Those rooftops catch my eye. But I wanted to focus on this one right here. I'm gonna zoom in. So here, you see the lane left and right for the cars and the buses, right? And then in the island in the middle, the trains are elevated. And what I noticed was right here, after seeing this, I was like, wow. I can finally say that before we die, we're gonna get to see flying cars on EDSA because the cars are elevated right here, just along with the trains. Amazing. Okay, so just a sneak peek of what's to come, but definitely do tell your clients, tell them, let them know about the great news of this accessibility addition to the Mall of Asia area. Now, let's zoom into this map because real estate people love to talk about maps and what's there. Okay, so this is a map of Mall of Asia area over here on the blue side. I'll show you, please follow my mouse. This is Mall of Asia right here. And the central hub that I was talking about is right there, highlighted in the blue. So you can see the SMDC condos are scattered beside Mall of Asia from SC, Shell, Shore, over here, extended area, coast breeze green. They're all going to benefit from the addition of this monorail. Now, since we're in the subject of trains, I want to talk about the other trains that will also help in selling our properties. So let's start off with pink, because if you are some people here na kakampink, sabihin nyo, talo na nga kami, lalast mo pa kami. Hindi. I will make you first right now. Pink is the extension of the LRT1. LRT is this green one. There you go. Now talk about two colors. Green becomes pink. All right, so LRT used to end all the way here at Baclaran Station. Eventually, that pink is going to extend, and you're going to appreciate it more when I zoom out later on. But just to get familiarized with the colors, red is MRT. Okay, that's along EDSA. Okay, and yeah, let's go ahead and zoom out. Boom. Okay, it's too small. I'm going to zoom in. But this is my favorite slide, and it should be yours as well when you're talking to clients, and I'll show you why. So let's zoom in a little bit from where we are. Let's talk about pink, because it's my favorite color.
What?
Not really. Not really. Okay, so extended from here, Baclaran, it goes to Rojas Boulevard, all the way, all the way. Let's follow this pink. Where are you going, pink? Where are you going? Oh, field residences. For all you people who have invested in field or have clients in field residences, well, this is my good news for you. This is a tidbit of information that you should be telling them to help close them. There's going to be a train station. LRT is going to go all the way to Rojas and go to the C5 extension part. It's going to be right beside field residences. That's going to up the value of field residences, improve the demand, increase it. If he's basically just an investor looking to lease it out, then you're going to have a lot of clients just because there's a train station next door. Okay, so let's go back and talk about the other colors that are here. Red, just really quickly, shout out to all the gold residences unit owners out here in this webinar and those talking about, buying gold residences. This red one right here is the Skyway, and it gives you access from here, derecho sa Mall of Asia complex, skipping the traffic in this route, making it possible for you to be there in less than 10 minutes. Let's move on to the other colors. Okay, here in this area, Makati, just a quick shout out. You don't see train station or train lines there, but here's a tidbit of information in case you didn't know. Makati will have its own subway system connecting these guys together. It's happening. They're digging it up. You can search it on YouTube. There's construction progress updates for that. But I'm going to talk about that another time because it's not your show, Makati. It's all about Mall of Asia today. I'm going to show you what other projects there are along EDSA. Why? Because there's also a train station there. The red, it's MRT. And you got their light residences, light 2 fame residences. And here's what's pretty cool. You know this yellow one? This is the Mega Manila Subway. Yeah, that's another line. And wouldn't it be cool? I mean, it's already cool if your property has 1 train station right next to it. But what about 2 train stations next to it?
Wait, RJ, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm seeing this for the first time with a new pair of lens. So you're telling me, and this is not scripted. It's something that just jumps out of the page for me. So you're telling me there's an MRT and there's another one that parallels it, which is the Mega Manila Subway, right?
That's right. So zoom out
Okay.
natin, ha? You see this right here, the yellow. You see where yellow is? Sobrang lawak niya. It's here all the way up north there.
My question, RJ, is don't you think that SM already knew this many years ahead of time? Because can you zoom in again, bro? If you notice, majority of the trains are dotted with SMDC project, but those are existing SMDC project. What if I tell you that there's 20 more lined up along those routes that is ready to be launched in the next 10 years? So you're hearing it for the very first time live here in our webinar. We have land banks dotted, parallel to all of these stations because we We knew all of this information all along. And what the management did was they aggressively did a lot of land banking in the last 15 years. So just to give you a bit of trivia, again, we love trivia here. But is everybody still okay? Come on, thumbs up. If you're alive, if you're proud to be part of SMDC, come on, thumbs up. Can I hear you? Can I hear some of you guys? Come on, come on. You can unmute yourselves. I just want to feel the energy
Yes.
here. So
Yes. Yes.
come on. If you're not excited with what RJ is presenting here, this is just part one. Part one. You ain't seen nothing yet. So, wow. One trivia is that we hold the biggest land banking in the entire metro. The entire Metro Manila, we have infused so much billions that if you see a blue fence, even without the SMDC logo in it, it may be our property. So the question is this: if you have been traversing EDSA, how many blue fence are you seeing without any logo of SMDC? A lot. So if you're talking about positioning yourself for the good old days, because right after all of this COVID-19 pandemic, when this is said and done, when this is but a distant memory, all you will remember is that, was I glad I listened to RJ and Dennis and invested now while we are still offering you the best deals in town. RJ, is it true that there are properties that we have given 15-20% discount? Is it true? Is the news true?
You know what? I heard about that news, and
Uh-huh.
I think it's true. It's
So,
been verified. We
right.
already have quite
Okay.
a few investors who took advantage and are reaping the benefits
Right.
already.
So another thing, RJ, is that we have invented the time machine, and this is through a discount. We rewinded the price. For those of you selected projects and units only, go ask your IPS, the one who invited you over, because they can present to you a time machine that sets you back in time, be able to catch good price, good deals, stretch payments. And by the way, we're almost winding down, right? We have a very special guest, our Martin. Uh, this very special guest is a wow. I've met her personally, and I was just astounded, amazed by her testimony. She is one of the councilwoman for Carson City in California, and she visited SMDC head office a couple of weeks ago during one of his visits in Manila. Councilwoman Arlene, are you here? Can you unmute yourself, ma'am?
Here I am.
So I'm gonna be asking Councilwoman later on. Please don't go away, because you don't want to miss what Councilwoman is gonna share with you. The meeting with the President, Jose Marie Banzon, and how Team Martin was able to just give the VIP red carpet treatment. I was told, but let me know if you have any complaints. No complaints, no complaints whatsoever. So, Ma'am, Councilwoman, we will be asking for a few words from you, just to energize the team, just to encourage everyone. RJ, tell us a few more. I'm just gonna give you your final parting shots for this particular map, because this is now gonna be my favorite selling tool, because it has also opened my eyes to a lot of realities. So do you think this part 2 is enough? I think there's going to be part 3 for this.
Well, I certainly don't want to do an information overload on you guys, but yeah, I mean, if you're selling to people with the purpose, remember there are two options. Yeah, you're selling to someone who may want to use the condo, and number two, they won't use it, but they just want to have it leased out or rented out. This speaks for both of them. I like to present more for investment. So because the concern in people's mind before they invest in a property and lease it out is, may uupa pa dyan? Are people going to rent this property? Is the demand going to be high? Because if the demand is high, then that means prices will keep going up. I will be able to lease it out at a higher price, and I'll be able to earn money. And that answers their concern, because with this train station right next to the condominiums, it secures the demand for that property. So that's the reason why we keep telling you about the trains, because you may be sitting there like, I mean, I thought I was in a real estate webinar. Why are you guys talking about trains all the time? I didn't know I was in a train webinar. You know? That's the point. So in real estate, it's all about location, location, location. So before we actually start presenting what's inside the property, we have to talk about what's outside the property.
Right.
That makes any sense.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
you got to know your location before you sell. And this is just some information. I mean, you don't have to talk as long as I did when you talk to your client, but even just like a 2-sentence, like a one-liner, 2 sentences about what I've showed you regarding the particular project in discussion, dude, you have to mention it. Okay. And there you have it, folks. And I was supposed to just talk about Mall of Asia, but I just showed you a little bit of tidbit of information
Wow.
for the other projects that we could also mention to our clients. And that's pretty much it for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank
Cool.
you, Dennis.
Thank you, Sir RJ. And this is also brought to you by your pet cat, who's making an extra
Hey.
appearance.